Righty. So if you don't remember, we were in Lara's home. Let's get in. New game. We also got the expansion pack. The first game also has an expansion pack, and it's called Unfinished Business. We are not touching that, and I'm not touching New Game Plus either. So I want to go ahead and get that out of the way. But this one's Golden Mask. We're not touching that either. I hate the extensions. I don't think you want to do that, bud. And he's locked in. And essentially he gets cursed, and we'll see that later. But right now I'm not going to spoil it. Oh yeah, Lara has a braid now. Now, I know we've technically seen it in gameplay, but Lara actually has a braid now. She has a braid like she does in other games, but hers isn't a straight line. Lara's is more like this, and personally, I really wish there was an option like in Tomb Raider 4 through 6 to make it original braid, but you can't, which is weird. But hey, who really cares? That's not a big deal, so first thing you're going to notice is the new sound effects. The jumping sound is still the same, by the way. I want to go and get that out of the way. But the shooting sound, oh god. It's just, it sounds so compressed in my opinion. So there goes the guy that was flying us. Not sure who's actually inside the helicopter. Some people say that it's Winston, but I highly doubt he'd be able to fly that freaking thing. I mean, Winston is old compared to the butler that Lara has in the newer movies, so, or in the movies and in I think maybe in like after Angel of Darkness. I don't know. Definitely not the same butler though, and definitely not as old. We're gonna see this nice thing of water here, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna almost forgot about that guy. I was gonna say that we're gonna jump onto this nice little platform, but hey, here comes a nice little tiger rolling down the lane. Let's go ahead and take care of him. Whoa! Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, we've got a shotgun from the start, by the way, but I'm not gonna be using it just yet. Now I will be using other guns throughout this walkthrough. Yeah. Hooray. No longer am I going to be stuck in using one thing. So let's go ahead and kill this guy. Is he dead? Yeah, she's just shooting his dead body. Poor thing. Still, it's crazy to think how these things take less bullets than the Black Panthers in Tomb Raider 1. I want that to sink in. I understand that they're both really strong, but like, it's just so weird. I mean, I guess maybe a Black Panther might be stronger than a lion. I'm not really sure what that is. I think that's a lion. I don't know why I said tiger. But see this jump right here? This jump right here, I want to talk about this. This was one of the main reasons I was going to make a video about a guy, and I was going to destroy him for saying that Tomb Raider sucks and he couldn't make this jump. Well, I just want to go ahead and say it's easy to make this jump. Look at that. No problem. And he was using modern controls, so he was like getting to like right here and running and jumping. And see, the reason why you don't want to get right here and run and jump is because you're going to jump over. That's the thing. That's why, you know, I'm just saying, like, I feel like it should be common sense, but that guy doesn't have any. He ignored common information, but we're not going to learn on that. That's not my problem anymore. I was going to talk about it, but hey, who cares? What you can do, though, is you can just do a normal standing jump. I mean, it works just as well. I mean, modern controls has it, but oh well. So we're going to turn around, and we can either jump right here, but we're going to go ahead and do this the legit way. Turn around. We're going to jump across here, and you're going to notice these little guys. These are dragons. Look at this little guy. Oh, hold up. I open up a menu. I keep on forgetting that can open up the menu. These little guys. Yeah, look. That's the, I'm not sure what he is. I think it's the stone dragon. I think that's what they're called. Let's go ahead and pick the little guy up. He doesn't want to be stuck up here all alone. Let's get him. He also counts as the secret, and also anytime you pick up items in this game, Lara now says, It's a new thing added to the game. I don't like it. So we're gonna go ahead and shoot up Tiger down here. I keep on saying Tiger, it's a lion. Wait, maybe it... What? Okay, I don't even care at this point. Tiger, lion, my butthole, I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's orange. It's an orange. We're gonna call it orange. We're gonna call them oranges, alright? There's 3 more oranges at the end of the level. Alright, never mind, it's a tiger. I'm sorry, I had to remind myself for a second. It's a tiger. My brain got it right the first time, but I thought it was a lion. But then I thought about the guys from the first game, and I was like, no, those guys are lions. So we're going to see this thing over here, and it's the only thing in the room. There's nothing else in here to pick up, so don't worry about it. So we're going to see this right here, and we're going to notice that it's a little broken. Now, the thing about this is that if you take one step on there, yeah, and that's kind of what we needed to happen anyway. So I want to go ahead and get something out of the way. The same bug that you could use in the first game to immediately teleport down to another floor from a breakaway floor is no longer existent. So don't bother trying to use that anymore. It's unfortunately gone. Somehow they were able to get it to work with the first game, though. So the door's going to open. We're going to go ahead and turn around and do a running jump. Let's just go through the door. We're going to get out here, and we're going to get a nice view. Wow, that's bright. There goes my eyesight. So let's go ahead and kill these guys. They take a lot of bullets for starter enemies, you'd think. They actually take more than the tigers, which is crazy, even though they're birds. They're not eagles, as far as I'm aware. Let's go ahead and take a look. These guys are crows, and they're taking a whole lot more bullets than tigers are. I want that to settle in. Let's go ahead and shoot that guy up. He's gone. So what we're here for is we're going to go down here. We're going to do a swan dive. We're going to go back here, and there's going to be a nice little pickup in here for us. Let's go ahead and get that. And this is a key. We're going to need that key. Oh, by the way, back in an earlier update of Tomb Raider, some of the keys were not as noticeable as they are now. They had to enlarge them, so that's why they're so big whenever you go to pick them up. And then they shrink whenever they're in your inventory. It's gonna be a lion right here. I'm trying to get him in a spot where he won't get me. See, their AI is a little bit different than they were in the first game. A little bit, but that doesn't mean they're not as you can see, they can get back, they can get on me a whole lot faster, but they're also just as dumb as they were before. Look at this. He's trying to attack me, but he knows he can't get me. Just go ahead and get rid of him. Yeah, so as you can see, they did do a little bit of an AI path finding change, so yeah, it's a little bit different. So that means all shooting enemies, yeah, they're definitely not going to be the same anymore, so expect to get hit a whole lot more often. We're still going to use the same strat, though. Just get up behind him and shoot him up the back. Anyways, we're going to come in here and find another new enemy. Oh, man, what could it be? What could it be? Well, these are spiders, and they're black widows. So let's go ahead and get rid of them. They're nasty. We don't want to get bit. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to climb up here. Let's go ahead and go up. And up we go. There's another key in here. But yeah, what I'm saying is that keys like this weren't as noticeable as they are now. They were a whole lot harder to find, and they were actually somewhat smaller. Now then they had to like update it in another. They had to update it to make them a little bit larger. I also want to go ahead and point out that there's 3 secrets in every level. From here on out, there's 3 secrets. No more, no less. Till we get back to Tomb Raider 3, then it's back to the original secret format. These little jade dragons are secrets, and you're probably wondering, well, what do they do? Well, I don't want to spoil it. I want you to see it in action, because, you know, I can't talk about it. I don't want to spoil it for you guys. You're gonna have to come get it with me. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and pick up this guy off this guy's dead body. You're gonna notice that there's another spider coming up from behind us. And that's going to be all the spiders, ladies and gentlemen. So let's go ahead and pull this block out. Why Lara doesn't pull it from the thing in front of her, who knows? She wants to pull it from somewhere that has no grip. And we're going to jump over top of this. Now, we're going to slide down into this room right here. Now, I want to go ahead and get something out of the way. You can get an achievement if you go across the waters without getting hit. Hit by what, you ask? Well, there's some nice little disc throwers on the sides of the wall there. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here to the left. We're going to jump up, and we're going to shimmy all the way over to the right side, just far enough for us to land in the water, because once we land in the water, we're practically safe. I mean, technically, yeah, there's some water below us, but we need the water to be deep enough. You'll see what I'm talking about soon enough. I'd say like right about here you can drop for it, so let's go ahead and drop. She'll land in the water. We can swim under these little blades. What these things actually are, well, really, who knows? I mean, they're just shiny discs, but they don't really have any defining shape. They just look like pebbles being thrown. Oh, we just got hit. Oh, well. Well, here's where I recommend a few people to save, like, because, you know, it's a little bit it's a little bit scary the first time you go through it, but I guarantee you probably won't need it, because, you know, you gotta believe in yourself. But I feel like it might be a mistake that I'm not saving, because, you know, I don't like to save a lot. I don't like using up all my saves, even though that's not how that works in this game. You're actually allotted to save whenever you want. That's the thing about it. But I just don't like doing it. But you know what? I think we should shoot down my ego. Let's do that. Just like that, I've shot down my ego. I wish I should have done that back in Tomb Raider 1, but that's too late for that. So we're gonna come in here, and the first thing we're gonna notice is some boulders on our left. Yeah, they're kind of scary. Let's just avoid those entirely. Okay, I'll show you the legit way. I'll show you guys the legit way. I had to get that out as a joke. It's possible. So what we're going to do is we're going to run to the right here, and it's going to put the camera on these boulders. And we don't want that, so we're going to press L1 to get our camera back. And we're also going to come down here. And then what we're going to do now is we're going to run to this guy and grab some pickups. This guy has some automatic pistol pickups. Oh, I might get cut up here. Yeah, that hurts. Ouch. I also hate the cut sound in this game. Sounds really weird. It sounds like it's cutting too fast, which is not something I'm okay with. We're gonna jump over this, and we're gonna pick up the Jade Dragon here. We're gonna run for our lives. Oh yeah, look. Can't touch us, by the way. We can just walk past these. I mean, they really have no threat. Oh, guys, nothing's happening. So yeah, luckily they changed it to stingers. It's no longer long, prolonged songs for no reason. Now, don't walk into the spikes. They will rapidly do damage if you walk into them. I've already tested that myself. Just because they're no longer moving towards you does not mean they won't do damage. And just because you looks like you're going into a spot where you won't take damage doesn't mean you won't take damage. You will take damage. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna drop down into that room. So let's go do that. We're gonna be like, oh crap, there's a wall in front of us. Well, all we gotta do is turn to the left here. And we're out of there. No more spiked walls. We won't be seeing those for a little while. So let's go ahead and pick up this med pack that's on the floor. You're gonna notice these little things that look like they came out of Crash Bandicoot. They have them. I think they have stuff like that in Crash Bandicoot, except it's a little bit bigger. I'm not sure what those things are. They're just long spinning discs. We'll see a lot more of those later, and I hate those things. So we're gonna walk in here, and there's gonna be some kills. Let's get those. So they're out of our way later. We're gonna walk up here. It's gonna activate some more spiders. And it's also going to activate some music. So what we're wanting to do is, you're probably wondering, well, is there a way that we can get down there? Well, what's really funny is that if you turn on the original graphics, oh boy, you can see the skeletons from all the way up here. And I also took unnecessary fall damage. I also almost died. But hey, that's okay. From here, like, down from here downwards is nothing but a death drop. No matter where you drop in this area, you will just die if you attempt to do that. I'm not even sure why I accidentally walked off, but we're gonna go ahead and get down here because this is technically the way we're supposed to go. I'm just glad I landed here. So let's go ahead and turn the graphics back on. We're gonna go ahead and pull ourselves up. Now, you also may notice that Lara came into the expedition with some players, and these are automatic pistol clips. These things replaced the magnums, unfortunately. These are our magnums now. These are the magnums, so get used to them. I don't even know if they do as much or the same damage as the magnums. I really don't know. But we're going to go ahead and slide over to the right here. What we're going to do is we're going to get far enough, and then we're going to let go of X and then tap X, and as we go down, we're going to go further and further and further and further and further and further and further until we just make it down here. Now, we don't have to light a flare. You should be able to feel your way around. We're going to go left here, and we're going to see this nice big area. Now, the problem with this area is yet to be seen. Remember that T-Rex? Oh boy. She's back for revenge. You may not see her just yet, but that's because she's not back there. She hasn't spawned in yet. Huh, weird. I was going to say, yeah, there she is. Still got the same scream and everything. Good to know. So if we come back here, there's a gold dragon, and what does it do? It gives us 5 pickups, and that was the last pickups of the level, ladies and gentlemen, so yeah, they give us quite a lot of pickups. But for these last 2 guys, I'm going to deal with them with the pistols. Now, you can get an achievement for killing them with the explosive, with the grenade launcher. You get an achievement for that, but we're not going to exploit that. We're not going to get... I don't want that achievement anyway. I already have it. But yeah, you can get that from annihilating them with... Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they can't come back here, so you can use the spot. They won't come back here. There goes first T-Rex. Yeah, he notices he can get to me now, but I can still technically get to him. He's almost done. These guys are actually weaker than the Tomb Raider 1 T-Rexes, which is weird. And even then, they're T-Rexes, so you'd think they'd take a whole lot more bullets, but no. They're not that scary. They're not as scary as they were in the first game. Sorry. Sorry to break you guys' hearts. So, what that last pickup did, the Gold Dragon, it gave us a grenade launcher. Now, you have to have all of the Dragon pickups in order to get the secret pickups that come up with it. So, the secret itself also counts as a pickup. So, if we were not to have collected those dragons, we would have officially missed out on 8 pickups. Yeah, I know. Ouch. It's a lot of pickups. We're going to turn to the right here. And we're going to pull ourselves up. You know, you guys can't see. I think I should go ahead and show you guys the way instead of just walking back here. So, we come out here, we go in, and we turn right. There we go. I feel so bad for not showing the way. Okay, so I want to talk a little bit about flares. So, and this is the reason why flares can get you killed in this game. And the reason for this is because when Lara goes to do another action, like pulling out her pistols, putting away her pistols, throwing stuff, like, not throwing stuff, sorry, throwing her flare, or throwing her glow stick in Tomb Raider 3. Actually, no, glow sticks are in Tomb Raider 4. Sorry, let me rephrase that. If she throws a flare or throws a glow stick, she will, instead of grabbing the edge, what she'll do is she'll focus her priorities on throwing the flare first, and her second priority will be grabbing. So it gets overlooked. So, like, watch, she's gonna throw the flare. If I go to grab, no, I did it too early. You'll just have to see. We'll get a flare of death eventually. And I guarantee you probably will too. It's very easy to trigger, but all we got to do now from here is just go up. You really got to catch the flare throwing at the right moment. Let's go ahead and turn it on to the normal graphics, though. I really love Lara's golden pistols that I gave her. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Let's keep going. Yeah, we gotta go all the way up to the top. Alright, so let's go ahead and go up. And yeah, so whoopsie. Yeah, so, see there's some spiders back here. We're gonna want to deal with them. And now we can leave. We practically have everything aside from like 2 more kills. Now, if you want to, you can blow these guys up. What I'm gonna do is I like to pull out my shotgun on these guys because they can overwhelm you pretty fast if you don't know what to do. Or, if you really want to be that way, you can bring them in here and you can shoot them around the fire. So you can do Christmas, so you can sing campfire songs while you shoot them. I made that as a joke. There's not actually a platform in here that you can stand on, and even if there is, I'm not looking for it. If you actually have enough HP by the end of the level, you can catch Lara on fire and immediately run for the door while she's on fire, and by the time the cutscene activates, she'll no longer be on fire. So this right here is the door that guy went into and got infected. And what happens is that, see the guy, there's this little area up here. We'll talk about this area here in a minute. There is no other way you can go up here, so this whole area is just pointless. Now, here's what's funny about it. You can get up here. You can search the area, but you can't get all the way up there. But there's nothing up there. Like, I mean, no matter how hard you try to look, there is nothing, there's nobody up here. And I would know. Like, if you turn on the original graphics, you can't see anybody up here. But there's a laptop right here. Ooh, that must hurt. Looks like we're having a roasted lion for dinner. Keep on saying lion. It's a tiger. Yeah, looks like we're having roasted tiger for dinner. Yeah, that's a weird way of dying, hanging your mouth open like that, not even closing your eyes. Let's go for that door. Let's go ahead and leave. End this level. Notice how he came through the wall, and also came from that spot that he shouldn't be in.
If that was just your way of trying the doors for me.
With a Tommy gun on my keyring.
Though not anymore. So after you.
Somehow, you don't behave like you got the monk's blood.
I understand that somehow is in my favor. So indulge me about the dagger. I'd be indebted with your life.
These doors are waiting for the right one. The right time to arrive. And then the dagger's blade will honor the hearts of those who believe. So unless you pledge your loyalty as well.
And which one is that?
To the sins and fortunes of Marco Bartoli.
Terrible drinking animation. Also, his arm and contorts.
Perhaps not just yet then.
No, I do have to admit the remastered cutscenes make it look funny.
Aha. Gianni Bartelli. Via Caravelli, Venice.
I absolutely love the ending song. Now, unfortunately, Tomb Raider 3 kind of just throws that out the window, and it's just the somber tune of the Tomb Raider theme. It's just like it's just the Tomb Raider thing. It's just not the same. It's not the same. So as you can see, 19 minutes taken, 14 out of 14, and this time I can guarantee you guys they got all the kills. That's 23. And I got all the secrets, all the Jade Dragon, the Stone Dragon, the Gold Dragon, no med packs, 1.16 kilometers, 580 bullets used, while 457 actually hit. So I will see you guys in Vegas.